Okay, so here's your here's the framework for your back box or your back rear deck or whatever, or storage or toolbox or organizer or whatever it is. But this is going to provide with you with a lot more storage, because you'll be able to store things underneath, and you'll also be able to put things on top. Like you put tools and stuff in the bottom, you can put an ice chest and a sleeping bag and, you know, bread and biscuits or whatever up on top, or a good place for your dog to curl up, those kinds of things. So, and then here's the front of it. Now this is all going to get covered. I just wanted you guys to see it before I cover it. And there's going to be a couple of 6x9s in here, and quite possibly a gun rack. You know, a lot of people don't just go out and find a hill to climb or a mud hole to go through or a rock to go up. Some people actually use these for hunting or exploring or prospecting or just getting out. So this is what it's starting to look like. So I want to give you a heads up. I'm about to put the covers on right now. All right, so you can see what the deck looks like now. And that's what's going to sit back here. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this deck lid on top, all these screw holes. Then I'm gonna cover it with a fabric and see what we got going here. Okay, let's look. So you can, those plastic tubs you can pull out right here. You have a drawer full of stuff and have easy access to your whatever, canned goods, food, tools, ratchets, first aid kit, tow straps, whatever, you know. All right, there it is. It's in, mounted up, secured down. It's secured over in this corner to the body, over in this corner to the body, and in the front there's going to be little foot pegs that are where it's mounted at into the body, so that way it doesn't move when you're going down. I hate rattling, and I know if you got one of those convertibles, it's worse for you. So this fits, by the way, in a convertible or the hard top or the tin top. Actually, same measurements, same dimensions, everything. So, all right, so you kind of get an idea of what's going to go on in here and how this is going to work. So, I mean, there's a nasty big wrinkle in it, but if I have to, I get an iron, but I'm going to stretch it anyway. So, but that way you'll have a deck, and up on top of this deck is actually going to go a dark gray rug. I'm going to put that on here in a second just so I can see what it looks like. I'll show you as well. And then I got to come back and stretch and cut and secure, glue or stapler, whatever I'm going to do with this one. So, and you can see in the front here, it's going to give you a nice cut, a nice finish for the inside. It's going to complement your interior and stuff. This way, you know, with this box back here, you can store a lot of stuff under it, and you can really add some utility to your tracker or your Sidekick, and tote things around and carry. But if you look at that room, you got plenty of room for a big old ice chest. You got plenty of room for a big dog. You know, they can lay back there. You can throw all your gear back there. You know, we'll throw you some speakers in here in the box. Put you a gun rack. What else do you need? Ice chest full of beer and a gun. That's all you need, buddy. That's it. Okay, so we got our, we measured, we found our markings. We're gonna cut our holes out. We got some pilot holes in there drilled already, so I can get the little skill saw in there, and we'll cut out these holes and get these speakers in there. All right. Okay, so next we got our holes cut out, and now we're gonna glue our felt down. Speakers are all wired up, everything works. So now we're gonna come back and we're gonna just put some tack down so they kind of hold this this felt in place here. So. Pull it down. We're going to start right in the middle. There we go. Just like that. That way there'd be no wrinkles and stuff in it. that's it. We'll put our speakers back in, it dries up, and it'll be nice. Then we'll come back, trim the bottom, tuck it up under, and we'll be all set. All right, so see, here's what we have. We've got 30 inches deep by about 19 inches wide and 6 inches tall. Actually, it's about 6.5 inches tall. But look at all that room that you have up in there. So you can slide all kinds of stuff in there. You can build those plastic tubs, or you can build drawers on here that pull out and hide the back. And some people will take these things and they'll make hatches on the top that open up from the top, and they'll put a board in the back here and just seal it all up and access it from the top. But I liked this works for me, nice and simple. But a guy could that's pretty well skilled in wood craftsmanship could really build something really nice back here. So, but anyway, that's what I've done, and it also does is helps me with storage. Again, I'm just adding a little utility to this little utility vehicle. All right, so we're gonna make our gun rack. This is just a piece of 1-inch flat bar, you know, maybe 3/36, maybe 1/8, maybe thick, and it's just cut and bent to make a loop, and this is what's going to hold the rifle or shotgun or whatever the hell. Okay, oh, your AR, you got to have a place for your AR. Everybody's got to have one now. So anyway, for your rifle right there. So what we're doing here is we're drilling a couple of pilot holes, and we're going to make a larger hole so that I can get a screwdriver or something through there, so I can mount this up against this box. So we're going to work on that a little bit. And I just wanted to see what we're making a gun rack out of. All right, so there's our stirrups right there for the gun rack. And they're drying right now. So while these things are gonna dry, we're gonna go ahead and work on the mounts for these. Okay, so because the gun rack needs to be elevated from here so that the gun doesn't go up against these speakers, we wanna offset it just a little bit. So what we're gonna do, while the stirrups are over there drying right now, we're going to go ahead and cut out a 3x3 squares out of a 2x4 right here. So we'll make 2 squares right here, and then we'll mount it onto the box, 4 corners, each holes, those kinds of things, and we'll probably clean them up, paint them up a little bit so that they look good and kind of complement the interior. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. Okay, and there we go. And then we marked our corners where we're going to mount them at and drilled our pilot holes for our screws. So now we're going to clean these blocks up and see what we can do with those. And right here, this is how we're going to secure the stirrups to these mounting blocks. These mounting blocks are going to go right on the back of our box. So a couple screws in there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to line this with felt. We don't want to scratch up our expensive ARs. So show you that we did actually do the felt in the stirrups there on that one right there. That'll help protect your rifle or your weapon. Alrighty, here we have 1H gun rack, complete with a gun. So there it is. That'll hold her down. It's still going to have to, because of how we run and operate and the trails that we run, we've got to tie this down somehow still. So we got to secure this, whatever rifle, whatever weapon you put in here, or baseball bat, or whatever the hell you put in there. It's going to have to be strapped down and secured, because this is going to bounce all over the damn place. So, and you don't want to cause any problems with any of that. So, but as you can see, kind of the box here has come out pretty good, and you can see all the room that you have in there. You know, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw an ice chest. I'm going to load her down. I'm going to go through the gears and stuff, and the things that I take when I'm out there, and see how it all fits. And that way you can, you know, adjust your plan, you know, or however it is that you're going to do your thing. So anyway, this is just from ideas. Is hopefully get you thinking a little bit. There's a bunch of different things that you can do on that. So this is to take a look at it. There's your speakers in front of your box and in front of your deck. And here's your gun rack as promised, and it even has a damn gun in it. So there you go. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to stretch this felt. We've pretty much got everything about done, so we're going to go ahead and finish up this project right here. So I'm gonna spray some adhesive down first so I can get some good. There we go. All right, there you go. It's all finished. Your box is done. Your stereo speakers are in there. Your gun rack is on there. Everything is working fine. So, all right, there we go. We got the back trimmed out. I think what I'm going to do back here is I'm just going to put some Velcro tabs down there, so that way you can just come up and pull this fabric up and get access to your storage that's underneath your deck, your under deck storage. And do it that way, nice and simple. One of the downsides of this now, the fact that it's black and this is Arizona, man, this thing's gonna get dirty. This thing. Okay, and there's the tailgate. Tailgate's all done now. I replaced the cover we had in the back. I was gonna diamond plate that, but just kind of looked so good back here, the way it was when I cleaned it up and painted everything. So I think I'm just gonna go with this for a while. Ultimately what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to like a fold down table, because what I had done here is I had intentionally left space here. See, as you can see, this space right here, see it? So I could have a table there that could fold up and I would still have room for it in here. So the table would kind of latch up here and then just pull down, and there would be, supports in the corner. Then the guy could put a camp stove there, or he could take a shelf there and cut a hole out to where, say, one of his Tupperware bowls fit in there perfectly and the edge held it in place, and it could be a little sink or something, and it could pull down this little spice rack with whatever the hell, and this could be a little cook station right here, a little prep station kind of a thing. So ice chest is right, ice chest right there kind of a thing, or over here, your water jug's hanging there. You got a table right here pretty much, and that kind of stuff. So that may still happen, but I wanted to leave it like this until I was sure what I wanted to do. So this looks good, and I'm gonna go with it. There we go, next episode, guys. Stay tuned. You gotta subscribe. We're putting down our latches, our D-rings, and a cargo securement net. So stay tuned.